house is quiet in the way only summer mornings are, before the heat decides what kind of day. I go out in whatever I slept in, and the watering can is cold from the night. The handle first, always the handle first, the only cold thing I'll touch today. The geraniums on the step don't need it. I watered them yesterday and the day before, but I do it anyway because the can is already in my hand, and because the quiet asks for something, and this is the something I have. I water the ones that don't need it yet, the ferns that already have enough. I water the morning before it asks. Nobody told me to, and yet I watered the ferns that had enough already. I'll do the others again tomorrow. Nobody asked me to do either one. The can goes back by the step, and the geraniums don't know that I come out before the kettle. They just take the water, the way mornings take whatever you give them. I water the ones that don't need it yet, the ferns that already have enough. I water the morning before it asks. Nobody told me to, and yet, and yet, and yet. I'll do it again tomorrow. The same plants, the same cold handle. It isn't about the plants, it never really was. I must have left both curtains open. I don't remember deciding either way. The room had filled with light before I noticed. It was already warm against my face. I lay there for a while before I opened my eyes to what my skin already knew. The whole room lit up gold and a little dusty, the way June does it, early and complete. The room had been getting brighter for at least an hour before I noticed, doing that on its own without needing curtains never closed last night, and the morning got here first. I hadn't decided to leave them open, I just hadn't closed them. The room had been getting brighter for an hour before I noticed anything at all. And the light doesn't wait for permission, it just comes in if there's nothing stopping it. And I'd left nothing stopping it by accident, which might be its own kind of choice. The room was already full of light before I'd opened anything. The curtains never closed last night, and the morning got here first. Got here first. First. I left them open again tonight, this time on purpose. The room will fill up before I'm ready, and I think that's the point. I was doing the dishes from last night, the water warmer than it needed to be. My hands were doing what hands do with dishes, and somewhere in the middle of a plate I caught myself, I was humming something, a tune I didn't recognize at all. Not a song I know, not the radio, just something my own throat had started. I tried to place it, I went back over every song I know. It wasn't any of them, it was just mine, apparently. I was humming, and I don't know when I started. My hands kept washing, and the tune kept going. I was humming something I'd never heard, and it had been going on already. And the humming kept going. And who taught me this? Nobody taught me this. It just arrived the way the light arrives through whatever wasn't closed. I was humming, and I don't know when I started. My hands kept washing, and the tune kept going. I was humming some something I'd never heard, and it had been going on already. Going on already. Already. The dish is still humming it. I didn't try to stop or remember it. I let my own throat keep doing whatever it had started without me. There's a web between the two garden chairs, the ones nobody moved back in last September. It must have happened overnight, strung corner to corner, two along every line. The light came through it sideways early and caught every thread at once. I stopped on my way out with the tea and didn't go any further. I couldn't move the chairs. I've been meaning to move the chairs for months, but the web was there now, and the light was doing that thing to it. The web between the chairs and the dew, catching every line of light. The web between the chairs and the morning. I didn't move anything. I took my tea standing instead. I didn't move the chairs. The spider didn't know I was being careful. It just kept being a web, and the web doesn't last. The dew goes when the sun gets higher, and the web goes sometime after that. But for those minutes it held the whole morning. The web between the chairs and the dew, catching every line of light. The web between the chairs and the stillness. I stood there until it was gone. Until it was gone. Gone. It was gone by the afternoon, of course, the way these things go. But I'd seen it, and the chairs are still where they were. I don't even remember what it was, a bird, or the way the light moved on the grass, or nothing really, just looking. And the toaster did its thing without me. By the time I turned back, the edge was dark. Not all of it, just the one corner. The smell of it mixing with the garden smell. I could have made another slice. There was time, there was bread, but I had the butter out already, and the dark corner wasn't really so dark. The toast was a little burnt, and I ate it anyway. The dark corner first, on purpose. The toast was a little burnt, and the garden smell came in, and I didn't mind it anyway. By the time I looked back, the edge was dark. I did anyway, the dark edge first. And the window had the better view of whatever it was I was looking at. And the toast was just toast, a little more toast than usual, that's all. The toast was a little burnt, and I ate it anyway. The dark corner first, on purpose. The toast was a little burnt, and the morning went on, and I didn't mind it anyway. Anyway, I'll make toast again tomorrow. I'll probably look out the window again too, and if it burns a little, I'll eat it anyway. The dark edge first. The kettle's loud enough now that I notice it. I didn't used to notice the kettle. I got 2 mugs down without thinking. The way you reach for things you've always reached for. I made the tea and set them both on the counter, and went to open the window. By the time I came back, the first one had gone the kind of cold that tea goes. I drank it anyway, the cold one. It tastes different, cold, flatter. Not bad, just different. And the second one was already there. I made 2 cups again and drank the first one cold. I made 2 cups again, and the second one, I drank that too. I drank the first one cold by accident. The second one was already poured. There was no reason not to drink that too, so I did. And it isn't about anyone, it's just two mugs from the same shelf, and a kettle that holds enough for two, and hands that reach for what they've always reached for. I made 2 cups again and drank the first one cold. I made 2 cups again, and the second one, I drank that too. Drank that too. I'll probably make 2 again tomorrow. I don't plan to stop. It's just the shape the morning takes. 2 mugs, 1 kettle, both of them mine now. Put on the old rope for the first time since spring. The pocket had something heavier than it should. A coin, not one of ours, ridged at the edge in a way our coins aren't. I turned it over a few times, tried to read whatever was stamped on it. Some kind of bird, or maybe a building worn enough that I couldn't be sure. I tried to think where I'd been that would explain a coin like this. Nothing came, and I let it not come. A coin from somewhere I don't remember going, worth something, somewhere once. A coin from somewhere, and I put it on the windowsill somewhere. I didn't look it up, I didn't try to remember the trip. I put it on the windowsill where the light gets in the afternoon. It's worth nothing here. Whatever it was worth, it wasn't worth that here. But it catches the light in the afternoon, the way the other things on the windowsill don't. A coin from somewhere I don't remember going, worth something, somewhere once. A coin from somewhere in the afternoon light, and it's still there, still foreign, still foreign, somewhere. It's still on the windowsill. I see it most afternoons now. I still don't know where it's from, and it still catches the light. the kitchen window open now, even when it's cooler than it should be for that. There's a particular weight that lands on the sill, softer than you'd think, almost careful. I don't look up right away, I let it arrive the way it arrives. A shape that knows the counter, knows the chair, knows the patch of floor that gets the sun. I don't put food out, I don't call it anything in particular. It has a name already, I'm sure, just not one that's mine to use. The window stays open for whatever comes through it. Some mornings the window stays open, and it doesn't need a name from me for. Put food out, I don't call it anything. It has a name already, just not one I use. The window stays open whether it comes or not, and it has somewhere else too. I'm not the only window, and that's fine, that's how it should be. The window doesn't mind being one of several. The window stays open for whatever comes through it. Some mornings the window stays open, and it doesn't need a name from me for. Doesn't need a name for. It didn't come this morning. The window stayed open anyway. Tomorrow maybe the window stays open for. The kettle's getting old, the metal's gone matte, except for the one patch that still shines. I caught my own face in it this morning while I waited for the click. I used to look away quickly before the steam even started to rise. This morning I just stood there and let the steam come up between us. The steam came up slow at first, and all at once, the way it does, and my face went soft at the edges, and I didn't mind it going. My own face in the kettle, and I let it blur. The steam do very first. I used to look away quickly before the steam even started. Now I just let it happen. The steam does the looking away for me. And I wasn't avoiding it, and I wasn't studying it either. I was just standing in the kitchen while my own face went soft in the metal. My own face in the kettle, and I let it blur. The steam doing what steam does, my own face going soft at the edges, and I didn't look away first. Didn't look away first. The kettle clicked off. The steam cleared the way steam does. My face was just a face again, which was fine, which was always fine. I stopped setting the timer for the dough sometime back in the spring, I think. I don't remember deciding to stop. I just noticed one day that I had my hands go into it now. The heel of the palm, the fold, the turn, and somewhere in there, without watching for it, the dough stops resisting and starts giving back. I couldn't tell you the difference between the dough at 10 minutes and at 12, but my hands can, and they always could. I just didn't know it. The dough tells me when it's ready, not the clock, not the recipe. The dough tells me, and my hands already knew before I did. I stopped setting the timer months ago. I don't remember deciding to. My hands just started knowing before I did. And I didn't practice this, not on purpose, not with attention. It just accumulated the way mornings accumulate into knowing things. The dough tells me when it's ready, not the clock, not the recipe. The dough tells me, and my hands already knew before the way they always do when it's time.